Dave, congratulations. I think it would have been a travesty if you hadn't got 3 points today. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, first 35 minutes especially. Really on the front foot, creating really good situations and good chances and not taking it, and then get yourselves in front with a scrappy goal. Certainly not one of the better chances that we had, but from a set piece, which again really pleased with and is important. And then we've had to dig in there because we've caused ourselves problems by not being good enough in possession, and we've had to dig in. But again, we've got to take a lot from the fact that we've been in that situation plenty of times before. Maybe have produced similar endings, but the ending has resulted in a ball going in our net, and that wasn't the case today. So we'll take our 3 points, learn from that, and accept that we need to get better at it and move on.
I mean, that first half, what do you do as a manager? Can you go in? I'm sure you couldn't really complain about the team performance because you dominated the ball, dominated possession, 65% possession, but it's still 0-0. There's not a lot you can say, is there?
No, I thought the last 10 minutes we got a bit sloppy. Yeah. We do what's an old habit of ours. We gave away some cheap fouls, which allows a team, if they are trying to settle for what they've got and sort of take a point and frustrate and all them things, allows them to control the momentum of the game a little bit and take some time out of it. We then started playing some balls that for the first 35 minutes had worked, and for that bit didn't. So it just becomes a little bit frustrating. I thought, like I say, the last 10 minutes, you never waste at 10 minutes, but from having complete control and dominance, we didn't then take that further. Second half, to be fair, I thought was pretty scrappy. I don't think we ever got the control that we got in the first half, which was disappointing. But on the backside of it, you get a goal, and that's the most important thing. So there's plenty to work on, but also plenty to be happy about in the fact that we've produced moments of really good stuff, moments that we can improve. But we go away with 3 points, and no one away from what was in the ground today know what the performance looked like. It's still worth the same amount, so we'll take it.
A clean sheet, of course. As you say, it was a nervy ending now, sort of 10-15 minutes or so, but that wasn't helped because you've disrupted your back line because you've lost Brad Hills. How is he?
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's done. He's done his ankle. Not sure how. I suppose it's one of them. Again, Liam was at the training ground saying about rules that need changing. It's one of them ones where he's probably got injured on the back of a linesman not putting his flag up early because the ball gets played in. They allowed him to go through. Him and Joseph both challenge with, I think it's Ash Fletcher, and then they put a flag up for offside. So they're I suppose the moments where as a manager you can get frustrated because if he's offside, put the flag up. We've now potentially lose a player because a flag didn't go up, and I don't understand why that wouldn't be the case. We're not waiting for VAR. It's quite evidently he's interfering. He's running down on our goal with no one between him, or making two defenders make goal-saving challenges and clattering into each other and clattering into a centre-forward. Listen, we could have come out the right side of it. Them two could have been all right, and their centre-forward could have been maimed, if you like. So that's the frustration. Again, I'm not too sure how he is. We'll obviously get it scanned most likely and see what the consequence is.
In terms of injuries, though, you have got players now returning. Malik Muller's still on the bench today. Callum Camp's coming off the bench today, and your squad's starting to look a little bit stronger now, isn't it? You must be pleased about that.
Yeah, we're a week closer, I suppose, if you like, from last week to getting players back. Malik's not ready to start, neither's Campsey. Obviously, Tyler being out causes another issue. Benno being away on international duty causes an issue. So we'll welcome two back certainly for next week. Added to Campsey and Malik, we hopefully are to Dodge and Teo not too far behind. So if we can keep picking up wins and picking up points in this period, hopefully when we get to Luton after weekend after the FA Cup, we should have more bodies back. The important thing is we don't lose any. Like I say, we've obviously got the situation with Brad today. We need to see how he is, but we want to try and get as many fit as we can, obviously, for as long as we can. But it'll be good to have him, like I say, good to have him back to give us options, whether that's to start or whether that's to impact the game. What I will say is on the back of that, the ones who, when you do get the opportunities, you've got to be able to take it. Like I said, the subs coming on at the end there have to give us more. I get it's difficult to get into the swing of a game and what that looks like, especially when a team might be putting the ball on you defensively. Hence why I was disappointed with Tuesday. We've got to make sure that the ones who at the moment aren't starting are still impactful within our squad, because things can change. We lost 2 players from last week through a suspension and an international duty. We might have lost another player today through an injury, so you need to be ready to go, because there's going to be demand over the whole of the season for us to keep picking up results in order to make sure we stay in the position we are.
Through your time since you took over as manager, you've been renowned for taking the team on runs, and you're on one now, aren't you? 5 unbeaten, up to 4th in the table, only 3 points off top spot. How important is that momentum? Do you feel you're on it now?
Yeah, I think them sort of things, as with always, depend what your narrative is, isn't it? Because if you go back 2 games, we'd won 1 in 5, but now all of a sudden now we're unbeaten in 5 and won 3 of them. So it is what it is. As I say, we want to try and win every game. That doesn't happen and won't happen over the course of the season. We have been known for putting good runs together through the National League season, League 2 and League 1, and we hope that'll be the case. The important things around being consistent. Again, without sounding boring, we try and be that every day with what we do, and we try and be that when we play. Like I say, we've been good at winning, but we've also been good at not losing when that's been the case, and that's been a successful recipe for us. So you can only play what's in front of you. I know people were looking at Huddersfield last weekend and going, you got 2 home games against teams that maybe aren't near the top. It means nothing. Like I say, we're playing against today. Teams can come in, and whether they see it as an opportunity to frustrate, whether they see it as a bit of a free hit, whatever it might be, we're playing against good teams that can cause you problems, and that'll be exactly the same next weekend when we welcome Exeter here. We've got to make sure that we're bang on. There were parts today where we were bang on, but the parts that we need to improve, and to be able to say that sitting in the position that we are is pleasing, but it's also motivating, because I still think there's plenty more to come from this group.
Dave, top man, well done. Congratulations. Enjoy your weekend. All the best. Thank you.